This is Keats Ross, or Rebel Raj, or Dakota Slim, elusive host of the PRAGMAGICK podcast, but rampant and punch-drunk updater of patreon.com/PRAGMAGICK, as well as fervent monthly releaser and revelator of HauntManual.com. I say these things because it has occurred to me, dear listener, that this here PRAGMAGICK audiocast is far behind my multimedia grimoire Haunt Manual and the chapter workings and magical media I have been publishing ad nauseum as of late. I'll be damned if I forget about this medium for too long before I'm so buzzed beyond it's nearly impossible to catch up.
I have recorded full interviews and
I have recorded full interviews and discussions with Ren Collier, occult researcher, ufology researcher, or spelunker, all the while rad-brained human who is a Thelemite, a magician, and a great mind when it comes to a lot of the things we'll be dipping in here today. Not only that, but if you've listened to my last episode, Ghost Gematria with Bobby Hale, well, that ties into it too. You see, I performed a ritual since last you've heard of me if you've only listened to this podcast stream, and I'm going to share it with you today, but I also just wanted to dip in and give you some context of what I've been up to. First, let us review the anarchic lexicon that riddles the Haunt Manual thus far. My multimedia grimoire, which you can find at substack.com/KeatsRoss, or simply go to hauntmanual.com. HAUNTOMANCY is my praxis that mixes audiomancy, sound or music sorcery, and other magical means to hauntologically evoke and invoke the ghosts of past selves for varying intentions. These HAUNTOMANCY workings are usually done in rituals, as you might have heard with, say, the ectogasm record, which was the Aspectre ritual, the Spectre of 223, which was the Spectre ritual from Dakota Slim. The workings are usually done in rituals I have termed dim sessions, a long practiced audiomancy ritual to dim the zimzu, or help diminish the contraction of the preternatural that creates our perceivable reality. These dim sessions are performed with carefully chosen talisman and instrumentation called spectre scepters. specific to their invocation intention. These are my Vajra, my charged instruments of application. These are performed in my musical and magical space, appropriately termed the dimming room. The first working, the Spectre working, called on the self of 2017, a magical year of birth that fortified my many current passions using instruments, or these Spectre scepters, from 2017 to call forth my 2017 self. Well, that went a bunch of ways. A lot of good, but a lot of, let's just say, tower card ways. A little sloppy, a little shoot from the hip with that one. Okay, so learning from the Spectre working, maybe let's not focus on a year. So the Aspectre working, clever, right? Is a dim session that charged and invoked and evoked an aspect of self I have long sought to get back. The aspect of creative abandon, free from judgment and expectation, a personage I haven't felt since I was young. This invocation was intentionally not year-specific, as with the Spectre working, though it haunted on past temporal envelopes forever so. Which brings us to the third, why we are gathered here today. And perhaps the most intentional, experimental, and trans-dimensional ritual yet. The prospector working took my dim session and audiomancy schema and charged it with the use of a spirit box. An additive layer of direct translation aimed at communing with magical entities and, well, ultra-terrestrials, or hell, brass tacks, maybe the subconscious. I chose the spirit box because I had always planned to do something audiomantic with it. I have had general sessions in the past that have always perked my sound art interests, whether it was using it as an instrument itself or combining its transmission shifting into syncopated triggers. The want to explore had been there for years. But it was through my continued dialogue with listening post-alpha agents, the heir apparent of that group being, of course, Bobby Hale, who was on my last episode entitled Ghost Gematria, that the impetus to purchase one and go nuts was genuinely encouraged, and so I did. The confluence of the listening post-alpha group, my Hauntomancy dim sessions, it bred another inspo punch of a revelatory aha. And it came from the form of my continued tussles with my ideas of magic, or that of the other, and as a whole, a general understanding that is ever evolving and seems to change every day. The prospector working took my dim session and audiomancy schema and charged it with the use of the spirit box. Became an additive layer of direct translation aimed at communing with magical entities. Perhaps they're ultra-terrestrials, or very brass tacks, perhaps it's the subconscious. Or what if I could conjure and speak with a future ghost, a yet born self, and ignite a pathway to a desired beingness? As you can see, I have not quite concluded one way or the other. I may never. But I can tell you it's been a fucking hoot and a holler. Although I'm forever unsure whether or not I'm conversing with quote-unquote ultra-terrestrials during spirit box sessions, I will say that the prospect, pun intended, fit the mold quite well in their allowance of outside the self communion. However, I will tell you this. After more work with the listening post-alpha agents and the decoding of the following dim session and initiatory sessions that preceded it, I am absolutely leaning to more of a preternatural understanding of communion, more so than my subconscious spouts with pareidolia, and especially if my intention was to consort the spirit box in the prospector audiomancy hauntomancy session as if I was consorting with a future ghost of self. Perhaps the pareidolia is the guided hand of a super self after all, and a communion of the temporally displaced objective that I may become. God damn, I love these ponder wanders. I have often considered the ritual bleed between specter and aspector workings were transitory. If the specter was a ghost of a past, If the specter was a ghost of self in the past, the aspector a ghost of the present charged by the past, then the natural evolution would be to commune with the prospect of self. This third scene of self that unbinds the prior while divining the future. Naturally and forever cheesily, I've dubbed this, of course, the prospector. Beautifully contradictory, forever imprisoned by past pattern, whilst also unchained and unburdened by the confines of memory, a deliverance of self, a forgivening. To arrive is to be delivered. As this dim session of the Haunt Manual workings is my nascent attempt at exploring the future specter of self, I threw a lot on the ritual to document and decipher my findings later. This liminal rite, not unlike the ritual bath, meditation, and intention of the others, came with a unique attempt at bridging this ritual bleed of the last two by meditating in my dimming room the night before the ritual. In the dark, dimming hum, I recorded whatever questions came to me onto a cassette tape. Unfortunately, only a handful transpired on those old, faulty cassettes, some of which you can hear in the beginning of the ritual itself, as I play while I begin performing the ritual. This was not only to document a headspace prior to the working, but to actually play the questions while performing the ghost box session in an attempt to have a past self commune with a prospect of self while the present self performs the audiomancy. The audiomancy pulpit had to be designed with callbacks to the prior two. It just did. This time incorporating all that came before while adding brand new instrumentation and talisman not yet utilized. A new drum set became my physical anchor through the static bleed. My baritone guitar became my vessel. However, I focused more on vocals this time. Uncomfortable scales and glossolalia as a means to bark forward things that were never before attempted. The glossolalia, my own personal angelic language, and the ghost box, the angelic detritus of radio frequency, has allowed me to decipher a sort of alien dialect spoken from whim and from gut. I managed to remember to record the rest of the dim session on my cassette after opening the ritual questions on said cassette player, allowing these magnetic tones and hiss to document the room. Since I had wore headphones to hear the ghost box and live vocal drum manipulation, the sparse dark around my somatic actions was captured. And if you listen while winking your ears, while squinting your ear holes, you can hear the dinger. The deciphering method for this session is threefold. The ghost box, the glossolalia, and the room tape are to be deciphered and concluded. But how will I decode said ghost box transmissions, glossolalia devil speak, and room tape pumps and piss? How will I decipher these? Well, the hauntological connotations of this audiomantic dim session get stranger, as all of these things have already been deciphered, utilizing the ALW ciphers gematria. And these experiments with listening post-alpha and their methods continue to birth a communion hitherto unseen, and the ghosts run amok. Using the ALW cipher, I have drafted a 12-page transcript and beatific jazz journal of the ritual's aspects and cipher. It's brutally riveting. I even chatted with occult and ufology practitioner Ren Collier, who created NAEQ.io, an online gematria calculator that still assists my number spelunking. You will hear from Ren next episode about said cipher, and who or what it may be transcoding, from ultra-terrestrials to the super self, all alike. Patrons have access to my forthcoming Ren Collier interview in video form, unedited in full, my 12-page breakdown of the PROSPECTRE's gematria, as well as unreleased Spirit Box gematria sessions in video, not to mention brand new music from a forthcoming studio album, all inspired by the Haunt Manual workings, and under my magical moniker, Revel Raz. That said, perhaps I should give you a sensory warning. I did creatively flow and mix the Spirit Box into this raucous, sometimes enigmatically beautiful, sometimes fun and abrasive mix of this dim session. I would say that if you're sensitive to shifts in atmosphere due to sound, then please lower your volume, listen to at a distance. But those of you excited and willing to dig in, tell me what you hear, because I'll tell you what was there truly haunts on. Slither hither, weirdos, witches, wayfarers, soothsayers, doomseers, clairvoyeurs, it's time for the Prospectre ritual. I hope you enjoy or get something out of it, and I hope it just adds a cinematic construct to your day. Enjoy the Audiomancy. Honda.
Check. Can you hear me? Who is here with me now? Say your name. Speak through music. Talking to a ghost on me. Does time even matter to you? Like to play with me? Will you sing to me right now?
Page patterns. Hang up.
That's
Alright.
Today.
Now to review the tape and lay on my back because I think I threw it out.
Again, patrons at the patreon.com/pragmagick are so up to date with the myriad of writings, videos, interviews, and other art magics that it has become a point of pride to use the Patreon platform as a funnel for every creative punch and ponder not released, or maybe soon to be released, far before I release it publicly anywhere else. I don't even post on social media as much and as fervently as I post on Patreon. But that's okay. Say you can't afford a bone a month, I totally get it. I'm going to start doing public posts, and it's a good way to just see what I've been uploading, and maybe you're interested, maybe you're not. Hell, if you can't afford it, email me, pragmagick@gmail.com, put you in the Discord, and I'll send it to you. I'll give it to you. Well, I guess that's about it for me. Hope you like that audiogasm into the nether regions of the neither, you bone brigade. What are you still doing here? Go listen to true crime, you morbid bastards. I love you.